Hey everybody, I thought after the huge response that I received after posting about the slap in the face that Shutterstock did to all of us, that I better go through some of the comments. There's some pretty passionate ones. So what I decided to do is I moved my episodes back another day. So you'll see on Thursday, you'll see the next real normal episode on this channel. But I wanted to go through some of these. Well, I'll say you guys definitely have some very strong feelings about what Shutterstock did this past week.
I can be with you wherever. Stay at home or in a foreign land. I can stay like this forever. 'Cause I got the world in my hand.
Hey guys, before we begin looking through these comments here, I just want to say thank you to the very adult and professional way these comments have been delivered. You know, being on the internet like I do, every once in a while, even on my channel here, I get somebody whose professionalism is that of a 2-year-old. But they speak with extreme profanity. You guys never see that because, of course, I have certain things filtered out. Because that has no place in a professional discussion. Your comments, with the exception of one, and I left it up there because it really wasn't that bad. Your comments have all been very professional comments, and I appreciate we keep this at adult level and that we respect each other. Shutterstock has completely disrespected us, but there is no reason for us to drop that level. Let's go take a look at these comments. You know, one of the things I appreciate is I did mention in the video that I apologize because I felt the video had a very negative vibe, and that's really not what this channel is about. So I have somebody here from Peter. It is not negative, Jason. It is positive that people like you are talking about it. We need more people talking about this issue. This might wake them up. Stay safe. Now that's going to wake them up. Only the bottom line is going to wake them up. But I will say, Peter, thank you very much for that encouragement. Let's take a look at some of the other comments, like this one. I think Shutterstock trying suicide. Yeah, they might. They're definitely shooting themselves in the foot. It is the worst for people who spend a decade of their life. And actually, a few of you have mentioned that you have spent about that much time investing in Shutterstock. And yeah, this is bad news, guys, and I feel very, very bad for those of you who have. I've only been in it for a few years with Shutterstock. My current portfolio is about 2,400 assets, and it's taken me a lot of time to get those things prepped to put up there. So yeah, I do feel bad about that for you guys. Let's see, Shutterstock really stinks. All our hard work and creativity for next to nothing now. Such a bad policy and bad management decision. Time to move to Adobe. Well, if you guys take a look at my next income earning report, and unfortunately, because I also have Getty in there, I have to wait till the 20th of the month to get the previous month's numbers. You're going to find out that Adobe absolutely slammed Shutterstock when it came to income for me for the month of May. And yes, we're still in May while I'm filming this. But yeah, it's no question about 5 times greater income on Adobe. So Adobe, please do not do what Shutterstock just did. Okay, let's see. Great video, Jason. Thanks for sharing. It's a real eye-opener. I wish someone could open a new stock platform and give us a 50-50 split. You take care and look forward to your next video. Thank you, Alex, very much. I appreciate that. And Alex, I completely agree. It would be nice if there's a 50-50 split, because looking at those corporate compensation plans that the executive officers got, there is room for that in there. Now, by the way, one thing I did not put in that report, if you guys go to the annual report, there is also non-named executive officers. I think that's what they're referred to as. So there's a few other numbers in there for some other individuals. All right, let's see. JD and Kyle Stock. Love hearing your business perspective about the back end and management side of Shutterstock. Super interesting. I do have a quick question for you. How were your earnings through Fotolia after Adobe took over? Did it get better? Is Adobe paying out higher rates than Fotolia did? We're relatively new to stock, so we don't have the first-hand historical knowledge of what's happening in the last 10 years. Well, JD and Kyle, welcome to the channel. Unfortunately, I was keeping track of those numbers years ago, and I have no idea what hard drive they went to. So it's only since 2017 I've really been keeping careful tabs on my numbers. From what I can remember, I don't remember much of a change. What I do remember, however, is that when Adobe took over, a significant spike in my sales. Cheers to Adobe. All right, from stock image canvas. Shutterstock slapped by Adobe stock, so very soon Shutterstock will no more top stock company. In my book, they're not top right now. So in the last 2 years, Shutterstock became very selfish. I have around 2,000 images and make around $150 per month. Nice. I stopped with all stock 1 year ago. Honestly, stock photography is a waste of time, almost for nothing. But nothing. You buy expensive camera and lens, not for yourself to make money. In fact, you make others rich. So yes, I feel for you on that one as well. So remember, this is for me a hobby, and that's what I recommend stock photography be, as a hobby, because yeah, at this type of level of income, how much commission you get, you can't make a living. Now, about 10 years ago, was it Yuri Akros? I think that was his name. He was one of the biggest names in the stock industry. He had a team, he had sets, he had models, he had props. And he would take the pictures, but other people would go and keyword, and they just do massive uploads, and he was bringing in 6 figures a year. That was the golden age. We're well past it, because anybody with these can sell images in stock photography. So yes, that does bring prices down, except they were already down to begin with before Shutterstock did this. So if you guys are just getting into stock, remember that you treat it like a business. All right, treat this like a business, and like all businesses, you have to budget. As a matter of fact, here my day planner, I have myself on an extremely strict budget, because we live well below our means, and I like to make sure that we don't do anything that's going to cause us to go into any financial duress. So every day I add a little bit to my budget, my personal budget. When I spend, I take it away. And this is actually through here is where I get a lot of my equipment. So it does take me time to save things up. The stock photography earnings go for the travel, and on occasion I'll buy equipment with it. But other than that, yeah, I keep myself on a very tight budget. Treat this like a business. You've got to give it a little bit of attention each day. You got to keep the books balanced. Here from Alan Fun Stuff. It would be nice to put a dent in Shutterstock's value, so other stock companies would have less incentive to follow them in the reduction to near elimination of contributing artist incentives. Shutterstock Incorporated, let's all give their stock a helping hand down. Is it possible to boycott Shutterstock for a time? I know some of you can't lose to pay, even if it's much less. Most of us use this as extra money, and we can move or just quit. So if you can't drop Shutterstock, turn off your account on the first of the month for a few days, so you have some voice in this. Keep it off for as long as you can afford to, or in the end you'll be getting 10 cents for each sale. Oh yeah, that's what's happening right now. Maybe we can discourage this reboot. Okay, so yeah, Alan, that's a really interesting thing if you can get everybody to do it, but there's over 1 million contributors, and a lot of those contributors probably aren't paying attention. Because like for me, I went years without contributing or paying attention. They could have done this and I would have never noticed. So unfortunately, with over 1 million, I don't know if we can mobilize that many people to do that. It's wishful thinking. But yeah, it would be nice if we could slap them back in the face. Oh, this one, Joe Knows Photos. Okay, this one hit me pretty hard, Joe. I've been a Shutterstock contributor since 2015. 15,500 plus photos. 1,560 footage clips. Man, I can't even imagine how long it took you to upload that. Weeks of photography and months of editing and uploading all down the drain. I'm disabling my your portfolio on June 1st. You should do the same. $10 a pic is a slap in the face and a kick in them. I'm just going to leave it there. So anyhow, guys, so what I'm doing is I do have plans on disabling my portfolio with Shutterstock. I'm going to do it in January. It's my current plans. I want to run 6 months under this profile and report to all of you what happens. so we have a clear, informative answer. So I'm going to keep Shutterstock on my normal upload cycle with all my other stock agencies, so there is no change on my part. The change will be on their part. And then in January, probably early in January, I will give you guys the report of my findings, and we will compare the last half of 2016 or last half of 2020 with the last half of 2017, 18, and 19. Now, I have always increased my sales every year over year. So if it takes a massive nosedive, we know it's Shutterstock. All right, now this one was sent to me, and I want to report some really good news here. This is We Do Websites. So We Do Websites sent me this thing. Dreamstime just announced an increase of 10% to contributors from June. What a great way to stop the race to the bottom. I agree. So I went over to Dreamstime. Now, Dreamstime is the agency that I've been on the second longest. And yes, that is true. Dreamstime put it because of the difficulty people are going through right now, that they're hoping this little 10% bump that are going to start on June 1st helps us all out. They do not know how long they can keep it there. So this is clear. The wording says that this is temporary. So just understand that. But bless them for doing that. Now, Dreamstime, I used to, what was it? I think I made $70 one month in Dreamstime almost a decade ago, and it hasn't been that great since. I have started to see a little uptick, so I'm hoping Dreamstime makes a comeback here over the next few months because of this. But again, Dreamstime, cheers. See, hashtag Boycott Shutterstock. I gotta use that. Great video, thanks. That's really unfair considering the amount of work that goes in. They're making sure contributors don't tier up, hence earn less, yet they earn more from subscriptions. They have subscribers because of the contributors, yet they don't want to pay them what they're worth because they want to pocket more. They made $650 million last year, and he's posted a link here to some financial information on investor.shutterstock.com. Let's get hashtag Boycott Shutterstock trending and make it go viral. Surely get their attention. I hate greed. Yeah, I agree as well. And but again, I'm not surprised this is a corporation. And like I can't remember which healthcare insurance company it was. Their CEO is, our business is our investor profits, not healthcare, and it's a healthcare insurance company. Well, so those are some of the comments you guys have been sharing. Thank you. They have been great. And again, I appreciate how we're all being adults about this conversation. This is one, when you're talking about money, it can strike some passions, and I can see passion in these comments, but I also see that you guys are keeping things under control. I appreciate that. So anyhow, just so you guys know, if you've made it all the way through these comments, this is really not what I focus my channel on. I like photography, I like travel, I like being outdoors. So I'm gonna stop postponing my current episodes I've got queued up for you guys and let you watch some real episodes. So starting with our next episode, I believe the next one, yeah, I actually filmed it about a month ago, I'll be honest with you. And yeah, it's about how to take photos in broad daylight, ones that sell. So I hope I see you guys on that next episode. Remember, never stop exploring, and please continue to post your comments. I really enjoy reading.